Hello, everyone. It is I, Jacqueline. Jacqueline's Heirloom Vintage and Collectibles. Thank you for joining me today. I want to first start off by thanking all of the people who have recently subscribed to the channel and supported my efforts to grow this channel, just to support my work, my hobby, so on and so forth, my creativity when that time comes. So today I have a bunch of fabrics that I'm going to be presenting to you that I'm going to be using for harvesting and for creative outlets and things like that. I'll also be talking about having some of it available if any of you are interested in utilizing some of the fabrics that I harvest. So again, if you're not a subscriber, please do so. I appreciate that. And more importantly, like and comment because I'm going to need your help in figuring out what to do with this particular batch of fabrics that I have. The reason I have these fabrics is I was so envious seeing people create journals with beautiful fabrics and sari silk, which I still haven't really received, rick-rack, which I haven't been able to find in a while. I showed this the video, the flip through of this beautiful journal that I got from Junie Desiree. She calls herself JD. She's on the internet. But I did a flip through of the previous video. Please go back and watch that. That would be awesome. And then I wanted to just have some more multimedia items for the journals I'm creating right now for my family members. I primarily do altered books, and I'll stay on that for a while until I get the hang of how to actually do like journals where you just upcycle uh, cardboard or anything like that. So I'm working on that. But in the meantime, I wanted to actually get some fabrics that were already out in the marketplace, and I wanted to get some clothing items. So I went to my local outlet store and I decided that I wanted to harvest some of the fabrics before they were just willy-nilly thrown into the landfill. So here are some of the fabrics. I have to say that my cart was filled to the rim. I was there for hours, maybe 3 hours, and I put back about 70% of the fabrics. Here's one of the items I kept. I'm definitely going to be using this more for journal activities, but as you can see, it's a beautiful doily with wonderful stitching around the edges. I don't know how I'm going to use it for a journal. I just know that it's, looks like linen material. But I know that I will be using this particular item. And then I just picked up two of these. They're probably ties, like bow ties or neckties. I don't know how I'm going to use it. I thought it would be a nice tie for like a booklet or something. I had two of them. I like them because I was once in the military. I wasn't in the Navy, but this camouflage tie. But I thought if I were to do a certain type of journal, that it would make a great tie, or I could harvest it. I kept one for myself actually to wear. So yes, I had two of these, and I will definitely be utilizing this particular item. The next thing is I was looking for sari silk or items that I can actually use. I haven't found any silk. I'm not going to go to like a fabric store and buy any. I really wanted to upcycle or recycle materials that was already out there. So I found some really cool stuff. Again, my cart was very full, but I went with some specific ideas in mind and some colors. This color was a decent color. It's sort of a minty green. It's subdued. It's not pastelly. And I think that this would be a great harvesting fabric. As you can see, it might be more of a table runner type fabric. And I thought it was just really cool. It has all of this detail. Sorry about that. I was out of frame. And it's just a beautiful fabric. So I know I'm going to be using this particular fabric to harvest. And if you see fabrics that you really like and would like a piece of it, definitely uh, put it in the comments section. Go to my community page. Contact me that way. I think all of my links are there. I do have now a Ko-fi address, Ko-fi shop. I have not put anything in there yet. I'm going to primarily use that for ephemera packs, harvested materials like this, and possibly some books, not too many, but some like vintagey type books or children's books. This item here was really beautiful. Again, I haven't really found any sari silk, but I really wanted some after I saw this beautiful journal that was created by JD. And I really want to experiment with different fabrics on some journals when I'm starting to create more of them. But this one has this wonderful trim. And then the fabric itself was very nice with the gold dots. I forgot what you call these little things here because they're not rhinestones. Somebody tell me what those are. I never knew what they were called. But they are little creative silver things. And this was, or looks like it was something you wear as opposed to being like on a table. It's not tableware. It seems more like a garment that you would wear on your body. This item here is it's not a jacquard fabric. It's not that heavy, but it is a fabric that one would be able to either wrap a journal, just be able to put around a journal, completely cover it if you wish, have it as a partial covering to a journal, or just harvest it for snippets and scraps and whatever way. I've seen so many of you so creative with things you do in the journal. I won't get there for a few years, but I know that I will be experimenting with some of the fabrics and using that as a creative outlet for myself. This here also uh, is a runner-like material. It's very long. I think it's a scarf though, more of a scarf material or a wrap for your, like a shoulder wrap or a throw as opposed to a furniture throw. But it was so vibrant and pretty. And I definitely will be harvesting like these runners in some way. I haven't decided exactly how, like for what purpose, and there may not be a purpose. It'll probably come to all of us when the time comes, but I do know that these little frilly doodads here, I will be, taking and putting them in sort of a cluster, and then having them for either bookmarks or tags or book art, journal art, so on and so forth. And then this one, this was a very large piece here. Again, this seems more like a shoulder throw or a garment that you would wear because it's very large. It's not a furniture fabric, like a table runner or anything. It seems like it's more of a fabric that you would throw over your shoulder or a wrap. It's a beautiful piece of fabric. It's thin. It's not silk. I didn't find the tag on it, and I'll keep looking. But it has this beautiful trim. The colors are great. It's definitely a color scheme that I like. I think that's why I was drawn to the journal that was sent to me, that I got, that somebody gifted me. And by the way, just so you know that JD has several of these in her Etsy shop. She has other things. I did purchase she has her own, like a personal sort of a book journal that I purchased from her, and just really lovely things. And again, check out the flip through I did at a previous video. But this particular fabric, the color was my style. The deep purple I love, and the silkiness of the fabric. When I find out what type of fabric this is, it may be a rayon, but it's very lightweight. You can see through it. It would make a great artsy material. I just have to figure out in what way I would be harvesting those particular items that I just shown you. Now here are more like garments, wearable garments. This was or is a sort of a shirt or a blouse. Now, I have to say, my favorite color is black, and the clothing I wear is mostly black. And this particular item really was cool to me. I didn't, look at it very closely. Nice sleeves, the fabric is nice. I really bought this to harvest it, but when I got it home, I was like, I might have to keep this for myself. I did try it on. It fit okay. Um, the fit was okay. And, you know, we're never satisfied. It has to be, ironed. I already laundered all of these fabrics. But I thought this was neat. The sleeves are great. The look is great. You can put all kinds of things with this particular fabric. So I will be keeping this one for myself, and I will be wearing it. Okay. So that was the only thing I got to wear because I don't need any more clothes. But I was looking for lacy material, and that one really checked off the boxes. But then when I got it home, I thought I'd keep it. Here's a beautiful garment that I will be harvesting. And I thought maybe some of the garments I bought that I would keep for parts of it. Like this one, I will probably cut the sleeves off and maybe tuck it a little bit, but also have it as a arm garment, a arm sleeve, an arm warmer, whatever you want to call it. That's what I'm going to use this for. And I know I have to do a little bit of sewing, and it'll probably be a slow stitch as opposed to a sewing machine stitch. Who knows? We'll figure it out. But this was a beautiful fabric. Look at the details on that. So I will be harvesting this, and if it's a fabric you like, let me know. We can talk about how you can get some parts of that. The next item is this, and I got this specifically. Now, I don't like shiny, glittery material for some reason, but again, I got this really to do more arts and crafts with. But this was a nice, subdued, sort of a lavender color, and I'm going to harvest this particular garment, but underneath there's like a t-shirt material, and I keep forgetting the name, like a jersey, I think it's called, jersey type material underneath. So I'm going to cut these off. I'm going to figure out how to use certain parts of the fabric, and this underneath part could be upcycled into another shirt actually. It could be, reinforced. It could be doing something. Now, my sister knows how to sew much better than myself. So I'm going to ask her opinion about if I, you know, take off the top layer, what can I do with this so I'm not just throwing things back into the landfill or throwing it away, and, maybe wearing it or finding a way to upcycle it some way. So that's that. I really like that fabric, and I would love to have little snippets of that. This was a garment that I specifically got for the color of it, the vibrancy. I do like this color. I did a color something years ago, maybe 15 years ago or more. It was probably even further than that. And my colors that were part of what looked good on me were colors like this, more of a mustardy type color for my skin tone, and the cool, sort of teal, turquoisey materials. Those look better on my skin tone. I forgot what my skin tone was, warm, cool, I don't remember, but I just know I liked this particular fabric, and I particularly liked this lacy trim. Now, what I do with this piece of it, I'm not sure yet. I know I'm still going to harvest it and utilize it in some way. What I didn't do is look and see if they said what. No, they didn't say what type of fabric. Oh, here it is. This is a, they want you to hand wash, which I already put in the wash machine. It's 100% rayon. Cool. So yeah, I'll be, harvesting that fabric. But if it's something you guys have ideas related to how to harvest these types of materials, please give me some ideas. Again, I'm gonna scrap them up, put them in a pack. I might sell some. Of course, I'm gonna use most of it for the purpose of journals and, upcycling and things like that. Now, pink is not my color, but when I saw this peeking out from under the piles and piles of garments that was at the store, I really was drawn to these like applique materials, which I will definitely be cutting these out more than anything. Now, there might be little snippets left, of course, that'll go into the fabric scraps, but to cut out these and find a way to attach them to a journal is really why I got this particular fabric. And it's in white, so it can be manipulated. You could dye it, whatever you want to do with it. But I thought this was very beautiful. The next item was this black number. Now, I did get this and say, hey, let me try this on and see if I could fit it. And I can't. It's too big. And it doesn't lay well on my body. So this one, of course, I got again for the beautiful sort of applique type thing it had attached to it. And then this very see-through material. And it also has like a trim. This was a confusing fabric to me because it's so lacy and nice, and then it has like a jersey fabric around the trim, which is fine because all I'm going to do is harvest it. But look at that jersey around here. It has, a real metal zipper on it, which is cool, that I'll figure out what to do with. But again, if you have any thoughts about that, let me know. Let's see if I can find any type, even though this says a 4, it didn't lay well, like didn't fit. It's kind of big. I don't know what size 4 that would be. It's quite large. Let's see here. What do we have as far as, okay, hand wash. I already put all of these in the wash machine. Let's see. What kind of fabric is this? This is a 100% polyester. Okay. So, again, I bought it specifically for these types of appliques. And those will be cut out, and then I will definitely harvest everything related to that particular garment. Almost done, guys. Thanks for hanging with me. Jacqueline Heirloom Vintage and Collectibles. Please like, subscribe, and definitely comment. I would love your feedback and ideas. Now, this is look like something that's part of a wedding party or even a wedding dress. I really went to the store looking for wedding dresses, and I was looking for vintage and antique wedding dresses, but I didn't find any. This was the closest I came, and this is more like a bridesmaid type dress or whatever. I mean, 90s maybe, early 2000s. It's a typical, oh, that's not a very pretty dress to me. It's not my style. But anyway, it has some beautiful lace that I will be harvesting. And the inside material is like slip material. Of course, I'm going to harvest it and find ways to utilize it, because you can always manipulate materials and fabrics like this as well. I'm going to be looking towards you guys for ideas on how to do that. Maybe some of you who give me the best ideas and interested in some of these fabrics, I would be happy to send you some. That would be awesome. And then the last piece, let me just move that to the side. The last piece will be, or is, this garment. It's, what do you call those little, it's like a house coat thing. It's not for the house, but it's one of those over garments. Very nicely done. And I considered this, I did try this one on, but I don't like glimmery fabrics. I don't like glimmery, shimmery type garments to wear. I'm sort of like I said, I like black colors. I like plain, simple type, plain Jane stuff. And if I'm going out on the town, I would really have to go to the store and find something because nothing's in my closet that's shimmery. But this fabric was really neat, and I think it's good for journals, actually, and for creative outlets. It's a beautiful garment. Again, I tried this one on, but after I tried it on, it was not my style. I wouldn't wear it. It would just be a waste. So I thought we'd upcycle this. Yeah, they call it a jacket, which is cool. Made in Vietnam. It's an imported fabric. So that's cool. What kind of fabric is this again that they say? Oh, okay. It's nylon and spandex. So wonderful fabric. The color is great, you guys. So I should get lots of harvesting out of this because, it is like a house jacket or, jackety garment. And look at this. Beautiful. Just beautiful. So wonderful. I'm getting to the end. I just wanted to reiterate in my last video, I talked about me getting a sack full of leather in different sizes. And this is real leather, straight from the leather factory. And I was able to get these scraps. So I'll be doing some leather and lace snippet thingies with fabric. I'll be using some of these leather fabrics to make tabs. I'll be using leather and lace, which is one of my favorite songs also, the Stevie Nicks song with Don Henley, Leather and Lace. But I'm going to be, finding a way to match up, and maybe not this fabric, who knows. It is a gold, this is black, but I'll be experimenting, making tabs and other types of fabric snippets. I have pieces smaller than this, and I have pieces larger than this. So if you're interested in that, definitely shoot me an email. I mean, you can comment below, but my email is also in my main page and on my community page. I talk a little bit about it, but I am excited about experimenting with this leather, with this lace, and just doing something really neat with it. I think it'll be really cool, and ideas are welcome. Okay, guys, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you being here. Jacqueline Heirloom Vintage and Collectibles. I appreciate it if you like, subscribe, especially comment. And thank you guys for supporting me through this journey that I'm going through. All of the changes I've had to make in my life and getting back out there and making things happen. So thank you guys. I'll see you on the other side. Take care.